We're here in beautiful Huntington Beach, California. I'm with Alison Considine, Director of Strategy and Operations at Betterment Advisor Solutions. Alison, thanks for being here with me.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
How are you enjoying the conference so far?
I'm loving it. It's always so fun to be a future proof. I love being outside and, there's so many great content sessions. And then we also just love getting the chance to talk to a lot of advisors and partners while we're here. So it's a lot of fun.
What's been the biggest theme you've seen at the conference so far from an advisor perspective?
Yeah. It feels like AI is everywhere. There's a lot of content about that. And generational wealth transfer is also always a big one. So a lot of good content around, themes that are relevant for advisors and kind of constantly evolving. So, yeah.
AI is definitely the hot button issue for advisors. I think there's a lot of different schools of thought for how that's going to shape the advisor ecosystem over time.
Yeah.
Do you have a perspective at Betterment for how advisors should be thinking about AI?
So we're thinking a lot about it, and we have some teams internally that are kind of doing a lot of work to figure out how Betterment wants to tackle it. We also just released our second annual advisor survey where we surveyed 500 RIAs about a variety of topics, and one of them was AI. So it was interesting because this is the second year doing it. We asked some of the same questions as last year, and year over year, there was, a bunch of growth in terms of the number of advisors using AI and also the way that they were using it. So we have seen that they're not just using it for kind of enhancing client communications, which I think was a popular one to start with, but also broader kind of operational efficiency at their practices. So it's been interesting to kind of get the advisor perspective. We hosted a session yesterday to kind of talk about the results and hear from advisors. And so there are a lot of different use cases, and I think everyone agrees it's going to change the industry. The paradox that we found in the survey that was interesting was clients are also using it a lot, and advisors are kind of nervous about that because they want to avoid clients using AI for advice that might contradict their own. So it's been an interesting conversation with advisors to think about, kind of how they should be getting ahead of those conversations and talking to clients about it, given that they know they're going to be using these tools potentially for, learning more about financial advice.
Yeah. Business of financial advice is so human-based. It's about connection and trust. How do you see AI evolving the trust equation over time? And how should advisors ensure that they're maintaining trust with their clients even while using AI?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, this is a relationship business. It always has been, and that's not going to change. So I think AI can, kind of supercharge what advisors are able to do and the way that they're able to build relationships and bring value to their clients, but it won't be able to kind of replace everything that they do. It can't handle all of the kind of human side of advice and, just being able to work with clients and help them to navigate their emotions because investing can be very emotional. So there's a lot of potential for, making things better, faster, stronger, but not replacing advisors.
Big trend we have our eye on is the breakaway trend, right? Advisors leaving wirehouses, starting their own firms. At the conference, there's so many technology providers that make that easy. How do you guys see the breakaway trend, and kind of what's the incentive structure for leaving a bigger firm to perhaps start your own practice?
Yeah, we work with a lot of breakaway advisors, and I think, the kind of key themes there are wanting control and the ability to choose, how they're going to run their business, the products that they're going to use, the way that they're going to serve their clients, and the technology. And so, as a technology platform, first and foremost, that's always been kind of a key reason that advisors come to us because they're looking to upgrade and move to a more modern user experience for their clients. So I think with leaving some of the larger places to start their own firms, we are a good place to start with being a kind of vertically integrated platform that offers not just custody, but a lot of the other services that advisors need: portfolio management, billing, client onboarding, all in one solution. And so we can be a great fit for a lot of breakaway advisors launching their firms for that reason.
Yeah, makes sense. I think a lot of advisors perhaps who have been affiliated with a larger firm for a good portion of their career aren't really aware of how much goes into starting a firm. How do y'all make that transition easy for advisors?
Right. Yeah. If you leave and start your own firm, you're no longer just an advisor, you're also a business owner. And so that comes with, a bunch of different headaches. So in addition to the technology piece, which is, of course, really important, we have invested a ton in great service and support. So we have a platform solutions team that works with every new advisor to get them set up and help them make the most of the platform and help with, any kind of asset transitions as needed. And then a really robust kind of ongoing support team so that every advisor has, a dedicated sort of pod of people who are helping them with success. Because again, it's, technology can get you far, but then you also need people to help as well.
Yeah. Are there any big pitfalls that you see advisors make as they're making that transition, or any mistakes to look out for?
It's a good question. I think it's important to do your research up front. We always encourage people to look at other platforms too and see what's out there. Every advisor and firm is a little different. So there's no shortage of tech. So we encourage people to look out there and find what's best for you. And then just having the right team in place to make sure that they can help you navigate the ups and downs and really hit the ground running.
Gotcha. Is there anything else on your mind as we kind of barrel into the end of 2025, things that advisors should be thinking about or trends you're seeing?
No, I mean, on our side, we're really focused on continuing to provide a leading platform when it comes to portfolio management. So we're thinking a lot about new products on the horizon for us, like direct indexing and a variety of other things coming next year, and kind of bringing the Betterment way of doing things to new types of products and services for advisors. So we're thrilled to be here and having really good conversations to talk about that stuff, because advisor feedback is always key to how we build things and what we build. So it's always great to be here and kind of hear from people about what they want to see so that we can then go and build it.
Amazing. Alison, thank you so much for a lovely conversation.
Thanks for having
I
me.
encourage everyone to go check out Betterment Advisor Solutions.